We drive them every day. Whether it's a quick trip to the grocery store, a long commute to work, or a spontaneous road trip, our lives are intertwined with these roads. Roads are the veins and arteries of this country, pumping life into every city and town. They connect us, making it possible to travel from one end of the country to the other seamlessly and efficiently. We rely on these ribbons of asphalt and concrete to get to work, see our families, and explore the world around us. They are the silent facilitators of our daily routines and our grand adventures. But how often do we think about the sweat, the skill, and sometimes the shortcuts that go into building these vital pathways? The laborers who work tirelessly, often in harsh conditions, to lay down the very roads we take for granted. The truth is, the world of highway construction is a complex ecosystem of politics, profits, and peril. Decisions made in boardrooms and government offices trickle down to the construction sites, affecting every aspect of the process. And understanding it starts with recognizing that it's not just concrete being poured or asphalt laid, but the very foundation of our nation's mobility and progress. Each layer of asphalt or row of concrete represents a step towards connectivity and economic growth. But behind the smooth asphalt and those reassuring lane markings lies a story that's not always pretty. It's a tale of human effort, of challenges faced, and sometimes of corners cut. It's a story of tight deadlines, even tighter budgets, and the immense pressure to deliver on time and under budget. The race against time often leads to stress and compromises that can have lasting impacts. Unfortunately, this pressure can sometimes lead to compromises. Compromises on material quality, compromises on worker safety, and ultimately, compromises on the very roads we depend on. These shortcuts can result in roads that deteriorate faster, posing risks to everyone who uses them. As we drive on these roads, it's crucial to remember the stories behind them. The efforts of countless individuals, the decisions made in the name of progress, and the ongoing need for vigilance and improvement. Our highway lifeline is more than just a means to an end. It's a testament to human endeavor and the continuous journey towards better, safer roads. Welcome to Curiosity Chronicles. Few people realize the sheer scale of funding that goes into building and maintaining our nation's highways. It's not just a matter of laying down asphalt and painting lines. The process involves extensive planning, coordination, and, most importantly, a significant financial investment. We're talking billions upon billions of taxpayer dollars every year. This money is allocated to ensure that our highways are not only built, but also maintained to the highest standards. The funds are used for everything from initial construction to ongoing repairs and upgrades. This money comes from a variety of sources: federal gas taxes, state and local taxes, even tolls in some areas. Each of these revenue streams plays a crucial role in keeping our highways functional and safe for the millions of drivers who use them every day. It's a massive investment in our national infrastructure, and it's supposed to ensure that our roads are safe, efficient, and built to last. The goal is to create a network of highways that can handle the demands of modern transportation, from personal vehicles to commercial trucks. But where does all that money go? The allocation of these funds is a complex process, involving multiple layers of government and numerous stakeholders. Each dollar is tracked and accounted for, but the path it takes can be winding and intricate. It filters through a complex web of government agencies, contractors, and subcontractors. Each entity has its own role to play, from planning and design to actual construction and maintenance. This network is designed to ensure that every aspect of highway construction is covered. There's a lot of bureaucracy involved. And like with any system handling that much money, there's always the potential for waste, fraud, and abuse. Oversight is crucial to ensure that funds are used appropriately and that projects are completed on time and within budget. And that's before we even get to the pressures faced by the men and women on the ground actually doing the building. These workers often face challenging conditions, long hours, and tight deadlines. Their dedication and hard work are what ultimately bring these projects to life, ensuring that our highways remain a vital part of our national infrastructure. Securing a highway construction contract is a cutthroat business. Construction companies, both big and small, compete fiercely for these lucrative projects. They submit bids, outlining their proposed costs and timelines, and the government agency in charge typically awards the contract to the lowest bidder. This bidding process, while seemingly straightforward, can create a race to the bottom. Companies desperate to secure a contract may submit unrealistically low bids, hoping to make up the difference by cutting corners later on. It's a dangerous gamble, one that can have serious consequences for both the quality of the road and the safety of the workers. In the world of highway construction, time is money. Projects often come with strict deadlines, and delays can result in hefty financial penalties for the construction companies. This pressure to finish on time, coupled with the already tight profit margins, can create a work environment where safety takes a back seat. Workers may be pushed to work long hours, often in dangerous conditions, to meet deadlines. Safety protocols might be overlooked or ignored altogether. And when accidents happen, as they inevitably do in such a high-risk industry, the consequences can be devastating. The pressure to cut costs can manifest in a number of ways during highway construction. Companies might use cheaper, lower-quality materials that are more prone to cracking or deterioration. They might skimp on essential steps in the construction process, sacrificing long-term durability for short-term savings. These compromises might not be immediately apparent. A newly paved highway might look smooth and pristine, but beneath the surface, hidden flaws could be lurking, waiting to emerge. Over time, these shortcuts can lead to potholes, uneven pavement, and even structural failures, putting drivers at risk and costing taxpayers even more money in repairs down the line. Sadly, the consequences of cutting corners in highway construction are not hypothetical. They are very real and often devastating. There are countless real-world examples of projects where a focus on speed and profit led to tragic outcomes. These incidents serve as grim reminders of the dangers inherent in prioritizing cost over quality. Bridges collapsing, roads crumbling, and workers losing their lives. These are not isolated incidents. They are stark reminders of what can happen when safety and quality are sacrificed for the bottom line. The human cost is immeasurable, and the financial repercussions are often far greater than the savings from cutting corners. Remember that bridge collapse in Minnesota back in 2007? It was a catastrophic event that shocked the nation and brought the issue of infrastructure safety to the forefront of public consciousness. The one that sent dozens of cars plunging into the Mississippi River. The images of vehicles submerged in water and the frantic rescue efforts are still etched in the memories of many. The investigation revealed that faulty design and inadequate materials played a significant role in the disaster. It was a stark example of what can go wrong when proper protocols and standards are not followed. And then there was that highway overpass in California that crumbled during an earthquake, crushing cars and killing several people. The tragedy highlighted the importance of building structures that can withstand natural disasters. Again, cost-cutting measures during construction were found to be a contributing factor. These stories are not just cautionary tales, they are urgent calls to action for better oversight, stricter regulations, and a renewed commitment to safety and quality in construction. The impact of poorly constructed highways extends far beyond the immediate dangers of accidents and collapses. Substandard roads lead to increased wear and tear on vehicles, costing drivers more in maintenance and repairs. Traffic congestion worsens as poorly designed roads struggle to handle the volume of vehicles. And the economic costs of these inefficiencies can be substantial, impacting businesses, commuters, and the overall economy. Then there are the human costs. Families grieving loved ones lost in preventable accidents, workers suffering from injuries sustained on unsafe job sites, communities grappling with the economic and emotional fallout of infrastructure failures. These are the hidden costs of cutting corners, the ones that don't always make it into the official reports but have a profound impact nonetheless. So, what can be done to address this systemic problem? How do we ensure that our tax dollars are being used responsibly and that our roads are built to last? It starts with demanding transparency and accountability at every level of the process. We need stricter oversight of the bidding process, ensuring that companies aren't submitting unrealistically low bids just to secure contracts. We need more rigorous inspections during and after construction to catch flaws before they become disasters. And we need to empower workers to speak up about unsafe conditions without fear of retaliation from the companies they work for. Ultimately, the responsibility for safe and reliable infrastructure rests on all of us. We can't just assume that someone else is looking out for our best interests. We need to educate ourselves about these issues, hold our elected officials accountable, and demand better from the companies tasked with building the roads we depend on. The next time you're driving down the highway, take a moment to think about the people who built it, the materials used, and the decisions made along the way. Let's work together to ensure that our roads are not just paths of convenience, but pathways to a safer, more prosperous future for everyone. If you found this video informative, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out on our next video. We'll see you next time.